Packed on this week. It's the last day of the live event, and we're so excited because we have a packed house today. We got incredible speakers going on, special featured guests coming in. We have free organic healthy food right out front. It's a beautiful day here in the Berg.
Beautiful.
We got free smoothies and healthy treats at the bar. Is the bar open?
The bar never
Always
closes.
Always open.
The bar is always open, and we have all of our staff here to come down. You get free literature. You can ask questions. We're doing free Zyto testing. And only if you show up, you get free $99 sample bags today.
Woo.
Wow.
Santa is on a roll.
So we are excited. I am Jamie Doral, your host, with the co-host, the Godfather, Joe Messino. Crowd's going crazy, of course.
Yep.
It's like when the Steelers are at the goal line, Big Ben's got to tell
Calm it down.
Calm it down.
And, of course, we have the GOAT,
The GOAT.
Mike Gallagher, coming to us with over 25 years of experience. I can't believe it. This guy's
Thank
doing
you.
a great job. And we want to talk. There's a lot of enthusiasm in here. The dream team, we agree finally. So we're excited because we're going to talk about our favorite protocols. And before we do, we have special guest, Hall of Famer, Super Bowl MVP, Pittsburgh legend, and Penn State legend, the one and only Franco Harris, close personal friend of Joe. And Franco's been involved in wellness for 40 years.
Yes, he has.
He's the creator of the Super Donut. It's a low sugar, high vitamin donut used at the inner city schools. And he's been helping inner city schools with food for the last 40 years. And now he's come out with this silver infused antibacterial towel, which I think would have came in real handy back in the days at Slippery Rock. Right, Mike?
Absolutely, right?
We were so busy studying, we didn't have time to do laundry.
Yeah.
And I think we were probably invented the towel, but we didn't have the silver in it.
Yeah,
So,
That's right.
Joe, what time's Franco coming? The place is going nuts. So waiting
Oh,
for Franco.
well, he'll probably be making his entrance anytime now, and he'll be up here on the stage at 1:00.
So excited. So you want to give us a little preview about the towels? Because first of all, they look really high quality, which I love. They're not cheap looking. You know, this is a really nice, thick, high quality towel. And then how do they infuse the silver? What's the benefit of that?
Yeah, it makes it antibacterial. That's the key. We've had the Argentin 23 silver products here for years. Dr. Weiner loved them. We love them. We had Seth Quinto on a couple of days ago with Argentin 23. Well, now we got another opportunity to use silver as an antibacterial that's in these amazing towels.
So we have the silver in the liquid, but we didn't stop there. Now we infuse the towels with it.
That's right.
It's really exciting. I'm serious. You know, athletes now, bacteria, you know, you're in the sweating a lot in the locker room, whatever it may be. And, you know, you have the concern of being exposed. So this is a nice way to do it. So we got Mike back. Mike, so many great things going on. You work with thousands of healthcare professionals throughout the country. And I know you do an incredible job.
Look at these beautiful towels, right?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Didn't realize it comes in colors.
Mid-size and a big
No,
one.
Coach, this is the incredible towel, not the terrible towel. Okay.
No, I mean, they're high quality.
Yeah, they are.
Great colors.
I love it. I'm going to get a couple myself.
Yeah.
So it's a hand towel or something you can use at the gym.
Yeah.
That's a bath towel. That's a deluxe for maybe when you need a little bit more.
That's for Joe.
Yeah, so we got all three versions here. We're excited because, you know, we do a lot of great things at the Wellness Center. I'd like to just talk about one of the case studies today from Dan, the man that came in. And Dan's been working manual labor for over 47 years.
Yeah.
He's torn his rotator cuff 4 times, and they want to do surgery this time. But instead of the surgery, he said, I'm going to try to come to the Wellness Center. So he met with Dr. Phil Ross, a chiropractor, and also congratulations to Dr. Phil. He recently passed his chiropractic sports physician exam. That is one of the top levels, most prestigious exams for a chiropractor. And he's also TPI certified. What does that mean, Joe?
That's Titleist Professional. That's for golfers. Yeah, and it's sponsored by Titleist, who makes most of the golf balls.
So if you're out there golfing, we can guarantee you'll have a better round. We don't know if that will lower your score, but you'll have less pain, more recovery, and probably a better performance, right? So it's going to help them with their lower back and core. So anyway, Dan came in, met with Dr. Phil, had a torn rotator cuff, and then he did the treatment, and he did the Class 4 laser. So let's hear about the Class 4 laser, Joe.
Yeah, what an incredible device. What it does is it works on soft tissue. And again, our chiropractors know it's not just about the joint, it's about the muscles and tissues surrounding the joint. So if there's an inflammatory issue going on in the tissue, this heat from the laser, the class 4 is a hot laser, and it gets in there and allows it to relax so then it can heal and be manipulated.
Yeah, because some tissue, like the joints, right? Muscle heals easier, right? Because you have a lot of blood flow. That's how you get the pump when you're working out. Speaking of pump, look at this guy, man.
Yep. Trying to be like
Been
this.
training a long time. Mike's into, of course, the whole lifestyle. And, from time to time, you may get some nicks and pains and stuff. Muscle recovers a lot quicker.
Yep.
If it's a joint, God forbid, very poor blood flow, right? To the shoulders, the knees, the hips, ankles, back, things like that. So what the class 4 laser does, it's almost like a sunlight to plants.
Yes.
It gives all the ATP and the heat and the energy so that you can get the blood flow to get the nutrients in and the waste products out. Also makes the joint more pliable so they can do some adjusting for healing. So anyway, Dan came in, torn rotator cuff, met with him, 7 treatments, and he's got 100% recovery.
Wow. Incredible.
With no surgery.
No surgery, no medications, right?
Awesome.
So that's what the type of work we're doing, folks. Now, we can't guarantee that, but you can always get the surgery or the medications later.
That's right.
You should try the physical medicine, the chiropractic, the massage, the laser. We do cupping, dry needling, all these things first, because if it helps, great. And if not, you can always get the surgery. We usually expect to get very good results, if not full recovery, when people are on this program. So we have special guests, of course. Mike's so generous with his time, and you may not realize it, but Mike is the inventor of the AirMax challenge.
Yes.
Now, I'm rarely wrong, but Mike got me on this one. It takes a true man to admit when he's wrong. I was due. It's been many years. So Mike created his AirMax challenge, and lo and behold, he was right, and he did an incredible thing to help people. So let's hear about the AirMax challenge, because you can come down and do that today.
Yeah.
And we've seen people this week do it and pass with flying colors.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, the AirMax, one of our favorite supplements, formulas. We've had it for years. We have it in a chewable capsule, but the chewables work so fast. We tell people if it's 15 minutes or less, and I've seen it work in 10 minutes.
Well, quick and fast.
Quick and fast, right? So I've seen it work in 10 minutes. I've seen it work in 5 minutes. I've seen it work in 60 seconds.
When you say work, what is it doing? What's the result of the person coming in?
Yep.
And then what's the result?
So this is for sinus seasonal allergies, number one.
Right.
We're in that prime time. I go in my car, it's all filled with pollen, all yellow, right? This time of year, it's everywhere. So a lot of people, this is tough times for them. So we would compare this to any type of histamine drug, Benadryl, Claritin, Zyrtec, Allegra. But the thing, folks, it works faster than the drugs, which I can't say too often, with no side effects, no drowsiness, no dry mouth, right? And then here's the other thing is, I've had so many times when I work with somebody new, and this time of year, and I said, would you like to try the AirMax? I explained to them. A lot of times they're resistant. They're like, no, I'm fine. I don't have any problems. I'm like, yeah, I know you don't, but I just want you to try the flavor.
When they say they have no problem?
I just steam right over them. And I said, I want you to try this for me. Just take 2 of these,
so
please.
You asked them to try the AirMax challenge.
Yes. They take 2.
A capsule, a chewable?
I recommend a chewable, but if you insist, we have the capsules. Capsules take a little bit longer, about 30 minutes, but the chewable. So needless to say, usually this always happens within 5 to 10 minutes. I can see him breathing better. And I'm like, Doc, are you all right?
Breathe better.
That's right. I'm like, Doc, are you all right? And they're like, wow, I can breathe better. I can think clear.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I'm confused because you told me you were 100%. Right.
Oh,
and then they start laughing, right?
Man.
This is the average person. They don't even understand what it's like normal,
so
what normal
you're not
is.
presenting with a lot of allergic reactions.
Right.
You can still try it because you may have some congestion you're not aware of, right?
That's right.
And you're so used to it, you're not aware that you have it.
That's right. So
and it could be food allergens. It could be environmental.
Yep.
It could be pollen.
Yep.
It could be exposure to things that you're not even sure about. You could have some candida buildup. So what's in this AirMax? This sounds incredible.
Yeah. So it has quercetin. It has zinc. It has a patented trademark form of perliseed, which has been used for over 2,000 years in traditional Chinese medicine called Benegut. So it not only helps with the allergy aspect, but also the core, which usually is GI related as well for seasonal allergies. So it's working on multiple aspects. Then we combine it with DMG and several other things in there, and boom, voila, you get an amazing fast-acting formula.
Well, the thing I like about it's comprehensive.
Very,
right?
very comprehensive.
Taking the guesswork out of it. You know, when you guys were helping us create the formulation, we didn't want to just put in there things like vitamin C and zinc, you know, and DMG. You know, we said let's not stop there, Joe.
Not at all.
Let's add in the perliseed because my research and education with Dr. Jeffrey Bland, I know you worked under him and Joe did also.
Yep.
Getting all
Love
that
him.
great education was that, you
The
know,
best.
he would show that why when someone gets a histamine release, you know, the mast cells build up and it's like a balloon that explodes, right? And that's when you have the watery eyes, the congestion, the sinuses, the cough, whatever it may be. And what he showed is if you go back to why the underlying cause is that your T helper cells, your immune system is out of balance.
That's right.
So interesting enough, the Benegut that's in the AirMax, oftentimes people sell it just by itself, actually goes down to the cellular level and rebalances the T helper cell, therefore no mast cell release. So it helps with the symptoms, but also goes to the root cause, Joe. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, you know, it's all about going, like you said, to the cause, not treating a symptom, but repairing the function or assisting the function of the body to work the way it's supposed to work. That's the difference. It helps the body do what it's supposed to do.
So, folks, I'm Jamie Dorley with the co-host Joe Messino and the GOAT, the one and only Mike Gallagher. We're here at World of Wellness. This is Winder Wellness Week number 97.
Wow.
Can you guys believe it? Winder Wellness Week number 97 as we rapidly approach 100.
Hi, Carol.
We're having live events, Joe. Do you need to be a patient?
No, you don't need to be a patient. You don't need to be a customer. You just need to be inquisitive. Come on down, find out what's going on here, because it will change
We're
your
open
life.
today until 5, 2419 Baldwick Road, right in the heart of Pittsburgh, PA. And we are talking here today on the roundtable about some of our clinical pearls that we like. So we talked about the antibacterial towel supported by Pittsburgh legend, close personal friend of Joe, Hall of Famer,
Paisano.
Super Bowl MVP, and the leader of Franco's Italian Army.
That's right.
Franco Harris. Joe, I know you're a member of the Italian Army way back when, so I'm glad you're able to get Franco to come in.
Yep.
So we have the silver infused towels. We're talking about a client that came in, actually saw one of our doctors here, Dr. Phil, and helped them prevent having shoulder surgery with the class 4 laser. And then Mike's talking about allergies. So those are just some of the examples of the results you can get. So it's not a one-size-fits-all here. We're here to help you regardless of what your issue is. We are here to help you in a natural, healthy way. So we got free, healthy, organic food out front. What's your favorite food this week?
Oh, the great thing this week, it's been the salads, right? You got the Power Bowl salad. You have fresh organic salad. You can put any protein you want or just by itself. So if you're vegetarian, no problem. If you pour salmon on there, the chicken, it's fantastic. So it's been great healthy eating all week long.
What's your favorite?
I gotta go with the Power Bowl with some salmon on there.
There we go. It's
right?
mine. I like the Power Bowl with the salad and the salmon. So,
Yeah,
you know,
double it up. That's
Joe
right.
likes it all, right?
I like it all. Give me that Caesar salad.
All right, so Mike's worked with so many thousands of doctors out there. There's been so much incredible new technology in the field.
Can I interrupt you for 1 second? Because I just want to mention this one incredible story with AirMax. Okay. And it was right here several years ago. All right. So this woman came in, it was first thing in the morning, and she says to me, I just drove from 2 hours away to get here. Okay. And she said, I've had this sinus pressure in my nose for 20 years. Okay.
20 years.
That's right. And I said,
when people hear like they have been suffering for something for so long, they think that just because it's still going on, they can't fix it.
That's right.
Dr. Weiner would say, if you have a flat tire and you don't fix it, it'll last forever. So 20 years, and that doesn't stop you from saying we can help, right?
That's right. So I asked her on a pain scale right now, 1 to 10, how much pain are you in? And she said, right now it's a 7 or 8. It's usually 8 or 9. Again, 20 years. Okay. So I suggested she did the AirMax challenge back. Just try a sample. Take 2
Did you
AirMax.
call it the AirMax challenge
Back then I
then?
didn't. I didn't
No,
call it the
okay.
AirMax challenge back then. We just had the samples available. I said, say, take 2, come find me in 15 minutes or less. And it wasn't even 15 minutes. It was like 5 minutes. She comes up, she starts crying. She gives me a big hug and she's like, Mike, it's gone. I'm like, what's gone? She said, the pain, everything, no pain. I'm like, it's 10 minutes. She's like, I know.
10 minutes. That's a
20,
world
yeah,
record.
20
AirMax challenge.
years, 10 minutes, right? It was an incredible moment. I'll never forget it. And this is the kind of stuff that I've seen and hear all the time with these forms. That's just one amazing case.
Man, even I'm blown away by this one.
Yeah.
Speechless.
I know.
Incredible.
The pressure was relieved, right?
Yes,
And that
the
was the
pressure was
cause of the
gone.
pain.
We
Exactly.
got one more AirMax challenge. I remember you doing a workshop a couple of years ago. A woman came in. She was being dragged in there by her friend.
That's
very
right.
Reluctant.
Yep.
Didn't want to go there. She had sinus issues. She was all congested. And what happened?
Well, she was reluctant. Like, so she was like, we're out here. She was right in the middle
Very
of the room.
skeptical. Do you find
Very
that to be
skeptical.
common these days?
Very, very common. Right. And we were just sampling it out. And I was telling everybody what it does. And, you know, she was like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, I promise it won't bite you. Right. Promise it won't bite. She reluctantly took it. And it was like 10 minutes. And I see her. So I started doing my talk and everything. 10 minutes later, I started seeing her doing it like this, right? And then she just blurts out, I can breathe. Oh my God, I can breathe.
Thank God Almighty.
Thank God Almighty, right? So then everybody started diving for the samples, right? It was like a feeding frenzy of sharks. Everybody wanted to try the AirMax. And I let the dust settle, right? And I said, folks, what did we learn, right? And what we learned is,
What did we learn?
never doubt me. That's what we learned.
Don't doubt
right?
the goat. That's
so,
right.
It was, again, an incredible, you had to be there. But again, we have so many of these.
Well,
Right.
the one time I doubted him, Joe, he proved me wrong. So I've learned never doubt Mikey. And the AirMax challenge, we had a lot of fun, folks. We care. We want to help people. Of course, this is a business, but where can you go to get all these different therapy, samples, experience, people, free healthy food? And if you want to buy anything, Joe, everything's on deep discount.
Everything's on deep discount.
So
big time.
we've had so many speakers this week. Do you want to share with us any case studies? I know we had the gut guy, we had Dr. Tracy, we had Robert Scott Bell, we've had Caroline. Do you want to share a good case study? Because if not, Mikey's going to tell us another one. I know he's got more.
I got thousands of them.
You know what? Mike and I touched on this a little bit earlier, and I'm going to go back to the Parkinson's issue and my Aunt Mary Pat and the success we've had with her.
Did you say Parkinson's?
Parkinson's issue. Yes. Not going to say Parkinson's disease. It's an issue. But you know what? The thing is, there is a way for us to give hope to people who get diagnosed with this, and it is debilitating, and it does progress. But you can slow down and in some cases halt that progression of this terrible disease.
You mentioned Aunt Mary Pat, because I met Mary Pat, and she seems to be fully functioning, and
she is.
Has no issues. So
she was diagnosed 20 years ago, James.
Oh my
20
God,
years
20
ago
years ago
with Parkinson's. And 18 years ago, we put her on Dr. Perlmutter's protocol.
Dr. David Perlmutter, personal friend of yours from the industry.
Right.
Medical doctor. Medicine doctor.
Functional medicine, MD. The whole protocol was centered around CoQ10, coenzyme Q10, and 1,200 milligrams of it daily. And, back then, it was before we came out with our Enter CoQ10. So we had her on regular CoQ10, and she was taking 1,200 at 100 milligrams each all day. And she was on the fish oil, 4 to 6 grams. She was also, at that time, she did her Parkinson's meds, and she did some glutathione, even the inferior glutathione that we had back then. So then over the years, as she was doing this, we had the Enter CoQ10 that had the DMG in it. So now we have 300 milligrams of CoQ10 and 300 of DMG in this amazing chewable tablet. We modified her protocol to that. We added in high-level D3, 10,000 IUs. We added in the CBD. And she goes every year for her Parkinson's checkup. They do those tests where you have to draw a circle to see if your hand can draw a smooth circle. Hers got better over the years, not worse. They got better. Then I got asked to go speak at a women's support group for Parkinson's patients. So I called her and I said, Mary, you got to come with me. You got to come with me. She said, okay, sure. Like, she's not shy. She's been here. So we get to this group and they're all 1, 2, 3, 4 years in. I said, well, I want to introduce you to my aunt. She's 20 years in. They looked at her and she's standing there, no tremors, no shaking. Everything's good.
They had to be in shock.
Their jaws were dropping. They were in shock. And I said, let me tell you what she's done. And she told them what she's done. Well, Jamie, I'm getting goosebumps on this one. What we did more than anything else, we gave them hope. Because none of their doctors told them about this protocol. None of them.
Yeah, I think this brings up a great point. We've been talking about this all week about expectations. Right?
Yes.
I love how Caroline said, there's 3 things everyone needs to do right away, right? Pray and believe that there is hope.
That's right.
Right. Second thing is you need drastic lifestyle changes. I said to someone today, they go, well, no one's going to do that. I go, I've made drastic lifestyle changes. There's no reason why you can't, unless, of course, number 3 is you're married to your diagnosis.
Oh, yeah. And you own it.
Yes.
Right.
You have to separate from your diagnosis. So pray and believe, drastic lifestyle changes, and eliminate yourself from your diagnosis. Yeah. And Mike, I know you're where you're going right here, because not only did Mary Pat, who had Parkinson's, get great results, but you were the Steven Spielberg of the Parkinson's video.
Yeah.
Where we have before, during, and after results. So do you remember that case?
I'll never forget it. So we talked about it earlier today.
To share it?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I'd love to.
Let's go get a cup of coffee, Jim, because it's just going to be a while.
Well, the research shows on CoQ10 with Parkinson's, first stage 1, published studies, and we have this to show anybody, that if you take 1,200 milligrams, it can actually slow down the progression of Parkinson's by 40%. Okay. That's what the studies show. Again, got to catch the first stages. So Mary was in that first stage, right? Mm-hmm. And so that's been known to be out there. But what is not known is that at even higher dosing, it can actually dramatically reverse it. Okay. So
we're not making any claims.
Right.
Just presenting
what one of his doctors.
Yes. So one of my doctors told me, he just came from a seminar years ago, and one of the presenters said, the doctor said that if you were up to 2,400 milligrams, it can have this drastic improvement, right? So then I started telling other practitioners, and that's how we do this. So, just pass on the information. And I had 2 cases that tried it and saw a difference in a week, 1 bottle. Saw a huge difference. And we tried to get a testimony, we tried to get a video. They weren't very shy. They didn't want to be that. But the third case was one of my doctors who had a 6-year Parkinson's case, that he said, you know what?
So 6 years in.
That's 6 years in.
Okay.
6 years in, that said, okay, well, I'm going to film this. And we had the privilege that he had an associate that was able to film it right on his camera.
Right.
The before he started the high dosing of CoQ10, which in this case, 2,400 milligrams is 8 a day, 4 in the morning, 4 at noon. And within a few days, he's able to do more stability tests, walking better, staying on one leg. And within 17 days, he's able to ride a bicycle, which is the first time in 8 years.
I think
we
need to re-release that video under
the
guidance
sure do.
of Philly Phil and Mikey G here, because, pictures worth 1,000 words, a video is worth 1,000,000 words.
It sure is.
And Mike was so smart, once again, to go with the before, during, and after video. Because sometimes we just see the after, we just hear the testimonial, and it's hard to picture that person. But we saw him at the beginning.
Yeah.
His gait was off. He was shuffling his feet.
Yeah.
You can see his hands weren't moving real well. And then to see the progression over a short period of time. And that goes back to the therapeutic effectiveness of the dosing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people would say, oh, you can't go that high. But the research proves that these are very safe, CoQ10 and DMG at the super high dose.
Yes.
Right? Yes. 2,400. And usually it's very difficult to get that dosing because people have 50 or 100 milligrams. So what formula has that combination with the therapeutic levels?
Yeah, so that's the CoQ10. And then we continue to track him. So 60 days later, he's doing even better. And after 3 months, then we started lowering the dose. He didn't need as much. And he did the lower dose 4 a day for 3 months. He's still doing well. Then we lowered it again to 2 a day, and here it is 4 years later. He's still doing fantastic.
Seems like yesterday we watched that video.
Yeah,
4 years.
4 years. No regression. No regression whatsoever. His neurologist can't believe it. His physical therapist can't believe it. People in his church can't believe it. But we changed his life, right? And
He believes it.
He believes it.
Yes.
He's seen
I
incredible
don't
results.
care what the words are: cure, treat, relieve. I don't care. We helped the guy show improvement with one of the more
Quality of
challenging diagnoses ever is Parkinson's. They're pretty much given that. And if you think about it, folks, remember Dr. Wine used to always say it has nothing to do with money, right? Because what's the two most, common cases of Parkinson's or most famous cases?
Michael J. Fox.
And
Muhammad Ali.
right. So you think those guys have access to the best doctors in the world?
Mm-hmm.
All the money Muhammad
All the
Ali
money.
had, right? And what happened to both of them? Have we
They
seen any
regressed.
improvement?
Disastrous.
No.
It was a slow, steady decline.
Yep.
And that's really sad because you would think with access to the top doctors in the world and their world and all the money at their hand, right, and all the support they give for Parkinson's disease, don't you think they would at least see a slowdown in the progression?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
None.
And here we are with our team being able to help multiple people with Parkinson's. Not
Mhm.
just one, not just two, but three or more.
Yeah.
Right?
Always.
Yeah.
And we start to see that, folks. There is the hope, Joe. Right?
That's right.
Because if something's not, that's where we get a little disappointed. If you're doing something that's not working, you got to try something else.
Yep.
And Doc would always say, you wouldn't bring your car to a mechanic, him say, hey, Fred, I'm not going to fix it today, but bring it back next week.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the bill.
Yeah.
It would be insane. You wouldn't do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You generally want your car fixed in one visit for very low amount of money, right? And then you're going to bring it back when it needs other work. So here at the World of Wellness, we have hope for you folks. And there's just some really key examples today.
And
We
Jamie,
talked
like
about-
you always say, tell somebody. If you like what you just heard, tell somebody. Tell 10 other people. Maybe they know somebody
Yeah.
who's suffering.
You're a
Right.
great point, Joe. You're involved in this. You all have a responsibility. If you're here at the Wellness Center, all of our great friends are here today. If you're watching this live or pick up the recording, if you like what we're doing, just tell one person today.
Yep.
And if you don't like what we're doing, tell one person. That person's Joe Messino, and he's going to fix it for you. All the great things we're doing here, Joe, including the hybrid with the live and the restream events or the streaming events, is all because people requested it, right?
That's right.
You know, even with the challenges we do have healthy, organic, free food.
Yes,
We
we
have
do.
the smoothie bar. We have staff here. I know a lot of places going out of business without staff. Our staff cut their schedule down to 8 days a week to help out with the event. So
Yeah.
we're here to serve and help you. And don't worry so much about what the diagnosis is. Let's not run for the cure. Let's run for the cause. So any other great testimonials you want to bring up, Mike, maybe on the SPMs? Because I know this has been revolutionary in the field of functional medicine and nutrition. It's been the biggest game changer I've seen in over 20 years.
Yep.
It sure is.
And SPMs, I was texting with a acupuncturist out of Philly last night. This is what I do after work. And she said, I said, are you familiar with SPMs? She said, no. I said, wow, these are still cutting edge and brand new.
That's right.
Yeah.
So share with everybody out there what are SPMs and what are some of the results you've seen.
Yeah. So this is a brand new discovery in the world of nutrition. We can't say that too often. But what they found is that this is part of our natural healing process. It reduces all inflammation, whether it's acute, whether it's chronic, right? So no matter what age, no matter where you're at, it's found in abundant supplies in mother's milk. So new babies are getting this, hopefully, when they're breastfeeding. So it's totally safe for pregnant women, for nursing mothers as well, but covers all ages. But as we do age, right, the older we get and the heavier we get, the less we make. All right. So, or if you have any of these serious chronic inflammatory issues, right?
Such as what?
Such as, so it's shown earlier. So pain, brain, heart, eyes, hair, or immune, right? On and on and on and on. There's research on this,
And
all kinds of emerging
nowadays,
research.
especially now that there's big concern with people with, I'm not sure all the names, post-COVID. They're not recovering from COVID.
Yeah.
They're not recovering from the vaccine.
Right.
Or a combination of both. and they're having this chronic inflammation, fatigue. Is this something the SPMs have helped with?
Yes. In fact, in two things in particular, the lingering cough, if anybody still has that right now. I had one of my other accounts who had several clients that had this issue, tried a lot of stuff that normally works, wasn't working. She tried the SPM for every one of them, 6 a day. So 6 is the magic number for that. And within a week, every single one of them helped. And I've had other people who have also tried
100%
100% success so far, right?
I noticed it helped me a lot when I went to 3 twice a day
Yep.
for my energy after having COVID, right? And then that got me over the last 10-15% of recovery. And then I noticed when I stopped taking it recently, I started taking it again. It says my fingers feel thinner. There's not that puffy or mild inflammatory state you feel, which you think is normal, Joe.
Most people
What about
do.
you? Any help with your gaming
Oh,
hands?
everything's
Joe's a big
going
video
great.
game guy. So.
Him and Phil, right?
It was good. I mean, and beyond that, I mean, even any type of pain, inflammation.
What person just say today?
Yeah,
right.
We just
share that
someone,
story.
Yeah, we just had someone today. A lady came in and she said she was trying everything. She's had neck pain for 20 years.
Another
neck pain.
20 years.
20 years. She tried the SPMs, and overnight she felt a difference. Overnight.
Mm-hmm.
And
she, she's a little bit up there in
Yeah,
age, right?
yeah.
She wasn't, this wasn't a 40-year-old. She was
Not
60,
a spring
70,
chicken,
not a
that's
spring
what you say.
chicken, right? So
That's
she
right.
felt it. And again, so many other incredible cases with
it
this.
goes on and on. It really does.
Yeah, and if you want to look up some of the research, go to PubMed, type in SPM and COVID. Over 1,000 published peer-reviewed journal research articles.
Yep.
So the research is overwhelming. Dr. Jeffrey Bland was one of the initial researchers that got involved with SPMs. And in the field of science, 10 years is like one day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is brand new. A lot of doctors don't even know about it. But we're lucky and fortunate our team at Nutritional Frontiers and World of Wellness. We are on the cutting edge of what's going on the science and research. And now we've been able to duplicate what we expected to see from the research in actually the clinic.
Yes. And again, the tricky part is the dosage. That's why we typically, the more severe pain inflammation, the more higher dosing we would start. Typically 6. I'm also, if it's more chronic type of pain, 4 is where, so 4 to 6, but you'll know in 1 bottle if it helps. Once it's working, then we can back it down to 2. Another issue post-COVID related is brain fog, right? A lot of people are suffering from that. And so I had another account. He had an older woman, 70 years old, female.
That's not that old, Joe. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
There, right?
Yeah.
Be careful. You got to know your audience.
All right. So almost Joe's age, but not quite.
Almost Joe's age.
Yeah. So anyways, she was suffering, and she suffered for over 6 months, and he tried a lot of stuff. She tried a lot of stuff on her own. He tried a lot of stuff. Tried the SPM, 6 a day, 2 days. 2 days, folks, 100% better, right? So
Incredible.
if somebody's
2
suffering
days, 1 day, I mean,
from the brain fog,
folks, I use it myself.
So do I.
It helped me get out of that stage, and it gave me some benefits. I was surprised, right? Like I said, when you have that low-grade inflammation, you may not even realize it, and it's become so common for you. But we know the underlying cause of all chronic conditions is a low-grade inflammatory response that your body can't shut off. And what are the triggers on that? Usually lifestyle, food, stress, toxicity, and of course genetics. So we got a couple of minutes here, Joe, as we prepare for Franco Harris coming in. Yes, the Franco Harris. So what is Franco here to promote today, Joe? He's been a big fan of the World of Wellness and also Nutritional Frontiers, a close personal friend of yours. And he did play on Penn State's undefeated teams, of course, and 4-time Super Bowl winner and Super Bowl MVP when they beat the Minnesota Vikings. He had 158 yards rushing, if I remember numbers.
Wow. Nice.
They won 16-6, and he carried the team, So why is Franco coming in today?
Well, first of all, I'm going to add to that. He's also the person responsible for the #1 play in football of all time.
Our favorite play, right?
The Immaculate Reception, #1 of all time.
Well, I asked
That's
him
our
about
boy
that
Franco.
recently. I said, so Franco, there's a little controversy on this. I'm sure you'll ask him. And I said, so what's the truth? He says, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I said, good answer,
Yeah.
Franco. Yeah.
Yes.
He acted like he had never even heard this before.
No.
He said, what do you mean?
All he knows is the ball was in the air and he
Yeah.
caught
He
it.
caught it. He caught it.
Yeah, well, he's been involved in health and nutrition. Most people don't notice. He's a low-key guy, and he's been helping school kids for years with good, healthy meals to the inner city schools. He is a creator of something called the Super Donut, which is a healthy donut. It's frozen, and they ship them to the schools, allow these kids to have healthy treats. So recently, he has been producing a line of antibacterial towels. So they're infused with silver. So silver, we know.
I mean, the quality,
is-
you can just tell when you
Yeah,
get
it
one.
is.
silver is
It's-
antibacterial. We've known that for a long time. And now these towels are infused with it. And we've got hand towels if you want for the gym or in your bathroom, shower towels,
And this is not an
deluxe
example
towels.
of an athlete that's, really hurting and down and out. This guy has
No.
a genuine heart to help people.
Yes.
We asked him if he's going to retire. He said, from what? He said,
Like
I
us.
love what I do to help people. He says, now more than ever with the bacteria people are exposed to. And I thought it'd be a great gift for college kids. They're so busy studying, wink, wink, they don't have time to do laundry. So
Yeah.
maybe good. What about athletes?
It's perfect for athletes because you can use it over and over. And what he even said was he takes one of the small ones, one of the large ones when he travels. He doesn't use the hotel towels.
There you go.
He uses them when he travels because
So
all you got to
all-
do is hang them up, let them dry. That's it.
We all want to support him. We're offering these, I believe, 20-25% off
20% off today. Yes.
They're real affordable. They're under $30 and less. So real good, high quality
High
towels.
quality.
The little ones are
Very
under
high
20.
quality.
So come on out, folks. Let's meet Franco. You can get pictures with him, sign autograph, hug babies. He's here to meet and greet everybody. He's really excited. So we'll see him in a little bit. Any parting shots for your millions of fans, Mikey?
No, just come on down. We want to see you. Come take the AirMax challenge.
Joe?
The AirMax challenge. And don't forget about the gut. The gut guy was here. Take care of your gut. It'll take care of you.
So I'm of the big belief of you got to make healthy changes, and we're here to help you make those, right? If you get off course, somebody says, what happens if you get off course? I said, dust yourself off and get back up on the bike, right? So we want to help you guys and girls. Come on down. We're at the World of Wellness, Wine and Wellness Week number 97, right in the heart of Pittsburgh, PA, 2419. You do not need to be a patient or a customer. Everything's free. If you want to buy anything, deep discounts. Thanks for all your support. Appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you today. Have a great day, and God